Hey everyone, Tammie Alexander from Three Regna back again. I have unfortunately let a month go by in between posts, and I'm very sorry for that. It's been a bit of a busy time. However, I am back, and today I'm going to talk about self-love. Now, contrary to popular belief, this is not masturbatory, although if you love yourself in that way, there is of course nothing wrong with it. So, today I'm covering self-love, which actually refers to the love of the self, the love of yourself exactly as you are, all of that. First of all, I'm going to cover is Herkimer Diamond. Now, this is incredibly out of focus, and I'm very sorry. I'm working with a new computer, in case you can't tell. So Herkimer Diamonds are very special types of clear quartz that are found only in basically Herkimer County in Utah in America. There's diamond quartz that is found around the world, but Herkimer diamonds are pretty special for the area. Mostly you can tell because they tend to be as fat as they are long, which is kind of like a defining feature aside from their clarity and everything like that. So Herkimer diamonds are grown in mud, which is something kind of cool, considering that something so beautiful and clear, something that's literally a diamond in the dirt, grows in such a manner. So it really helps one to recognize the importance of, self-importance. I'm not talking in the arrogant way, I'm talking in the way of just identifying that you are indeed important. Also, it is great for beauty. So, diamonds are a girl's best friend and all that. Next up is Chrysocolla. Now, I, of course, have a ginormous fat Tumble here. I absolutely adore these guys. They are never cheap, but who can resist a giant fat Tumble? That sounded wrong. Very sorry. Not in that way. Anyway, so Chrysocolla is especially important for women, being a deeply goddessy stone, everything like that. And it's very much a stone of wise women. So the sages, the seers, the older silver-haired ladies who don't give a shit anymore, it's that kind of thing. And so Chrysocolla really can help with, especially women, to really be more generous and forgiving with yourself, to understand that you as a human are fallible and that it happens. It's also known as a stone of beauty in its age, so really great for especially women who fear losing their appearance as they get older. It can really help somebody to understand that there is beauty in aging. And as a side result of that, it really helps with self-love, because you're seeing the beauty within yourself despite age, which none of us can avoid, and it's kind of really important. That whole crone step of the maiden, mother, and crone is one of the most important, because you become the guider, you become this magical, mystical woman of knowledge. But that is totally off topic. So, on to the next one. Emerald. This is an emerald tumble. You can sort of see the chunks of green in amongst the matrix, and every now and then it's got like a crystalline piece where you can actually see the sort of crystal formation. So emerald is especially good if your lack of self-love is due to bullying. Emerald's one of the stones that is of use when it comes to bullying and healing from bullies and things like that, especially if it's to do with your weight. Emerald's one of the ones that's quite important for that. So if your sort of sense of self-loathing or lack of self-love is based upon bullying and what was done to you in the past, emerald can really help. Next up is Sugilite. So I, of course, am very careful to say that. I have a few friends that are like, it's named after Mr. Sugi. You call it Sugilite. So all I have currently in stock is actually a pendant, which you can kind of see the gorgeous purple sheen of it. Now, Sugilite is very much a stone of self-love. It's the stone of self-love. It's highly spiritual, it's violet flame and all of that, but it's really trains us to be more gentle with ourselves, and once again have that really forgiving nature towards ourselves. We're often quick to forgive other people, but not ourselves, especially in sort of current environments that we're all in. It also really helps to sort of love yourself before any other. Now, I know that sounds a bit, what would be the word for it? Selfish sort of thing. And I know, like my father used to have a saying, he that loves himself shall know no rival. However, this is more talking about the importance of caring for yourself and pouring from a cup that actually has something to pour. So, you can't, that whole saying, you can't pour from a cup that's empty. It's about looking after yourself. It's about loving yourself in order to love other people. Next is rhodochrosite. Now, I, once again, only have a piece of jewellery in it because it's semi-hard to find without it. I just literally didn't have any in stock today, quite frankly. So this is rhodochrosite. It's always really funky to me because it reminds me of a watermelon, and it's really gorgeous. Most commonly, it's kind of more to do with romantic love. However, it actually promotes confidence in love. So if it's a romantic situation, you become more confident in being open and loving freely. Whereas when it comes to self-love, it allows you to really have that kind of confidence with loving yourself and to be more comfortable with loving yourself. Especially when it's seen as such a guilty thing to spend time on yourself nowadays and to be self-loving, then it really helps you kind of have that sort of comfort. This one's especially good for new mothers. Rhodochrosite's a great stone for new mothers, especially ones that need that comforting and reassurance that they're doing okay, their baby is doing okay, and you can still spend time on yourself, and that's okay. You can still love yourself and devote the amount of time needed on a new baby. Next up is my buddy Rhoodonite. Now, Rhoodonite is, of course, very similar to rhodochrosite. People get them confused all the time. Obviously, Rhoodonite's fairly different in colour, except for fairly high quality stuff. Anyway, total bypass there. So Rhoodonite really helps you to heal from the scars of love. And so this is previous damage done by loved ones, including family members. That's pretty important because a lot of people's roots with self-love can kind of stem from their family. A lot of people who have had terrible childhoods really relate to Rhoodonite because they do fall into that self-loathing cycle as a result of their shitty childhood. And also, obviously, by the ones you love. The romantic loves that treated you like crap and told you weren't good enough, everything like that, Rhoodonite helps to heal that. Obviously, that's massively important because all of those hurts to do with love really influence our perception of our own self-love. And it really influences how much we value ourselves. If somebody you love and respected didn't love and respect you back, didn't value you highly, you automatically start devaluing yourself. Next up is Ruby. I have a really epic one that has a little triangle on it. So almost like a ruby record keeper, and on the other side. Really cute. I love Ruby. These sort of little corundum hexagons that you can get, absolutely amazing. Okay, so Ruby is another stone of love and fidelity, funnily enough. But as with most crystals of love, they teach you to love yourself first as well. So it's about the whole faithful fidelity aspect really comes in with self-love because it's about being faithful to yourself, about being honest to yourself and loyal to yourself. So really valuing yourself highly and to, place yourself fairly high in order to be able to love other people, in order to be able to share your compassion and love for people. Lastly, that I am covering today is, of course, the amazing purple tourmaline. So, this is a gorgeous piece of purple tourmaline. These are, of course, tumbled because purple tourmaline as an actual specimen, once again, pretty hard to find. And I don't have any currently in stock, so that's kind of the different colours. This one's got a little bit of black up the top. So purple tourmaline has long been used as a sign of devotion. It was given between lovers as a sign that they are devoted to each other and bonded to other people. And seriously, what better is it than to be devoted to yourself and to give this as a gift to yourself to be devoted and to be in a relationship with yourself. I hate to say that kind of weird kind of thing as you know, being in a relationship with yourself, but that's the truth of it. It's all about valuing yourself as highly as that person you love. It's, yeah, pretty important. With that, purple tourmaline's also been used to aid depression, which obviously is a massive killer of self-love. So a lot of the other depression crystals as well will be useful in this situation. Okay, so that has been self-love covered. It was very important. I really feel like at the moment we all need a little bit of self-love. All of the products that I've mentioned are going to be available on my Facebook, on Instagram, things like that, so you all can get in touch with me there, otherwise the website. All the details will be in the comments. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you later.